Pokémon, a franchise that took the world by storm and defined the childhoods of many. It has only gotten more popular with time, but what was Pokémon like way back then? More specifically, how has competitive Pokémon changed over the years for those striving to be the very best? Now that is exactly what we are here to find out. In this series, Jeexx and I will embark on an adventure to be the very best, exploring through time and space to rediscover Pokémon's past formats. In each episode, both of us will bring two teams and battle it out in a best of 3 match, and the one who wins with both teams first is crowned the champion of the episode. We hope you enjoy this trip to Pokemon's evolution with us. Welcome to the Pokemon Progression Series, A Journey Through Time. The third generation of Pokemon, Ruby, Sapphire and Emerald, introduced the Hoenn region, based on the Kyushu region of Japan. It had 135 Pokemon and is widely regarded as the start of the golden age of Pokemon. It completely shook up the competitive landscape of Pokemon with a multitude of changes, most notably the addition of abilities, adding another layer on top of just move pools and stats to consider when picking your Mon. Nature's War also added, and the DV system was overhauled and split into IVs and EVs, now adding more customizability to your Pokemon and requiring you to decide which stats you wanted to focus on, instead of just maxing out everything. On abilities, the most notable ones were definitely the so-called automatic weather abilities, which summoned the weather upon the Mon hitting the field and widely defined the Generation 3 OU and Uber's metagames, with TSS being its whole own abbreviated playstyle referring to Toxic, Sand, Spikes, 3 forms of passive damage. Generation 3 also added some new moves, most notably Will-O-Wisp and Taunt, and also changed how spikes worked, now allowing you to stack layers of spikes up to 3 times. Finally, it also added some new held items, but the definitely most notable one was the very first choice item, Choice Band, which locked Pokemon into using the first move it selected after switching in, but in return boosting its attack by a massive 50%. What is up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Pokemon Prog series, this time with Generation 3 Zero Used. And we're just gonna jump right into it, and first I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. There are spikers in the tier in the forms of Snorunt and Cacnea, but I wanted to try my hand at actually just playing a more offensive teams and just spikeless teams, because if you look at the tier overall, it is very squishy for the most part. There are very few actually bulky Pokemon here, so I figured that if we're ever gonna give this a shot, it should be now. And we're gonna start with the more balanced teams, starting us off with Cast Form, with Leftovers, Forecast here as well, Toxic, Protect, Hidden Power Grass, and Return. This basically are just a jack of all trades. Hidden Power Grass is there to hit the stuff like Rhydon that resists Return, but for the most part we just want to be clicking Return. This is going to be our way to wall almost everything, because obviously normal type only weak to fighting types, which in the tier there are, I want to say there was 1. There's no way there's 0. Yeah, there was, much of Makuhita and Mankey. So 3 fighting types. Sorry, Tyrogue as well. But I don't think Tyrogue is usable, and the other ones are also very bad. So for the most part, Cast Form with Leftovers is going to be extremely bulky. Then we have Fluffy here with Lefties and Static as an ability. Heal Bell, Thunderbolt, Fire Punch, and Hidden Power Grass. Just good coverage with Electric, Fire, and Grass type coverage here. And obviously it's going to be hit extremely hard in both weathers. The nice thing also about these two is that they function very well in weather. Obviously Forecast for Cast Form is going to help it in especially Sun matchup, but in both, because obviously if Jeexx running a rain team that has Thunder, then it's going to get a little bit scary, but in Sun it's still fine. And Fluffy obviously getting a boost out of Fire Punch in Sun, and then finding any water type, obviously Thunderbolt is gonna take care of them. And Heal Bell I just like to have as support, because the one thing that's gonna really hinder Mons like Tropius and Cast Form is going to be status, so that's why we have Heal Bell on Fluffy, even though we're just making it as strong as possible. Next we have a Quilava with Salakberry here, a Toxic Substitute, Fire Blast, and Hidden Power Grass. Nothing out of the ordinary here. We have we already have a dedicated electric type, so that's why I like to go for Hidden Power Grass instead of Hidden Power Electric. And also, as I already mentioned, I genuinely think Rhydon is incredibly good of a Mon, so having something to hit that is very nice. And we also have a little bit of defense to live against that as well. Obviously Salakberry with Substitute, we can more easily proc our own Salakberry and then just go from there. Toxic is just there, if we have nothing else we can click on. opposing Mons. Then we have Seeking with lefties here, Protect, Mega Horn, Hidden Power Rock, and Hydro Pump. Once again, Hydro Pump there to hit, although we are running this as a physical attacker, Hydro Pump there to still like Oko right on, and then Mega Horn and Hidden Power Rock there just for coverage. Protect is there to get a little bit of lefties recovery if possible, and obviously we're immune to burn as well, which is nice. Then we have Tropius here, with lefties, chlorophyll only ability that we have access to, but obviously it's going to do incredibly good, well in Sun. But Tropius is our like dedicated wall with leech seed, synthesis, and leftovers. Like it's going to be extremely hard to remove, and like it's by far the bulkiest mon in the entire tier. And then Earthquake and Hidden Power Flying are there just for us to have stuff to ways to hit things with, but more often than not, like we would rather just click leech seed than an attacking move. And then we have finally Abra here with a Lumber, because we really do not want to get paralyzed, with Psychic, Hidden Power Ice, Substitute, and Calm Mind. This is going to be like our dedicated endgame sweeper if we can put Abra at a position where we can substitute maybe on something that wants to status us, or just sub up and then set up a Calm Mind. Like, I think we're going to be in a very good position. But nothing like super crazy about this team. It's just a like, I think like bulky balance is better than just holding balance, because we have some of the like more tanky mons in the tier in like Cast Form and Tropius. So, but still. And then we have a lot more offensive as a team. In our second team, we're starting us off with Ponyta with a Silk Scarf, with Hidden Power Ground, Fire Blast, Double Edge, and Quick Attack. So Fire Blast is still there, because like we can still obviously hit grass type and things like that very hard. We're running Hidden Power Ground over like grass or water or anything like that, because we want to be a physical attacker primarily. So our way of hitting rock types is going to be Hidden Power Ground, and then Double Edge and Quick Attack obviously both get boosted by Silk Scarf. Most of the time, obviously, we don't need to be clicking Quick Attack, because Ponyta is one of the single fastest mons in the tier, but there's still stuff that ties with it, like Abra, that we can obviously just explode with Quick Attack. And I think Elekid was Elekid is base 95, so Elekid actually outspeeds us. Same thing with Voltorb, but those are obviously very squishy electric types, and both of those are also that get just OHKO'd with Hidden Power Ground. Then we have a Corsola, another extremely bulky mon here, with Surf, Ice Beam, Recover, and Calm Mind. This is kind of like a catch-all. Natural Cure, obviously, you can switch out to cure your status conditions. You just have good coverage with Surf and Ice Beam and Calm Mind to set up. And that's why also we're maxing out on defense. Don't worry about the special defense that much, because after one Calm Mind, like our defense and special defense are both going to be extremely high. We have Recover with leftovers, so it's hard to remove. Like, Corsola is going to be a win con in itself, and something that can just take over games if put into a good position later on. Then we have a Gloom here with lefties and Chlorophyll, Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Grass, Leech Seed, and Moonlight. This is just a like very tanky mon for us, like hopefully spreading poison through stuff like Sludge Bomb, and spreading overall just like chip damage with Leech Seed, and becomes extremely bulky itself with Moonlight. Then we have Mightyena here with lefties and Intimidate, Return, Howl, Hidden Power Ground, and Heal Well. This is kind of like an utility set. I just think like Mightyena, unfortunately, is kind of like never good, and if there's like one mon that I would love to also like get a Mega Evolution in Legends ZA, I think Mightyena deserves it. I think Mega Mightyena would be really cool, but Intimidate obviously is still always good. Howl there to help itself set up, and Hidden Power Ground, Return, kind of the same idea here as Cast Form in the first team, where it's just like, it's a relatively like well-statted out mon, and most of the time we just want to be clicking Return, but if we're facing a rock type, Hidden Power Ground is nice to have. And then also, I also wanted a Heal Bell in this team as well, because of stuff like Corsola, even though it has Natural Cure, like, which still is rather not get hit with status, and something like Apom or Ponyta getting hit with paralysis would be quite devastating. So we're not like stretched out for move slots for Mightyena anyway. So since we get Heal Bell, might as well have it there. Then we have Apom, returning from Gen 2, like where it did a lot of work. Silk Scarf on it as well, same thing here, also running Double Edge and Return. Double Edge there if we really need to Oko something. Return for most of the time. Brick Break is there to hit rock types. And a Focus Punch is if we're predicting a switch, then Focus Punch is gonna obviously be a extremely big damage nuke there. And then finally we have Anorith as our like more dedicated sweeper. I also already mentioned like Corsola as a win condition, but a more dedicated sweeper. We're immune to crits thanks to battle armor. We have Salakberry here, substitute Swords Dance, just like 3 ways of setting up Anorith, and then Rock Slide and Brick Break are our dedicated moves. Most of the time we just want to be clicking Rock Slide, but obviously against like stuff like rock types, we have a Brick Break there. And thanks to Salakberry, like we should, even with like not as crazy speed investment, like we should be out speeding most things. And obviously stuff like Quick Attack we don't really care about because we're a rock type. But yeah, I feel like nothing super crazy about these teams today, which probably a good thing because my team breakdowns tend to be definitely on the longer side. So for once, getting one on the single digit minutes is actually pretty nice. Hopefully you enjoyed the team breakdown, enjoy Jeexx as well, and afterwards I will see y'all in the battle zone.
Okay, so we're playing Gen 3 ZU, and in my team I'm running Cacnea, Kolava, Castform, Abra, Sunflower, Tentacle. Cacnea obviously is lead with Spikes and the Hidden Power Rock and Protect. It has leftovers, so Protect can be fairly useful. I was considering running Toxic instead of Hidden Power Rock. I don't remember why I changed this specifically to Hidden Power Rock. I think it was just for coverage, but I think I'll just... Oh, it's specifically to have an attacking move. Oh, yeah, that's why. I should probably put in Seismic Toss instead. Seismic Toss is probably going to be doing more, even though I would rather have some kind of application, like some kind of status application on this guy. But still, Spikes and Seismic Toss Protect. Then we have Quilava with Flamethrower, Hidden Power Ground, Brick Break, Sunny Day. And then Castform with Weather Ball, Protect, Sunny Day, Thunder Wave. And then we have Abra with Fire Punch, Psychic, Combat, Encore. Obviously, the idea would be, because this thing is like one of the fastest things in the entire tier, I've even chosen to spec into a speed nature instead of having a attacking nature or attack boosting nature or special attack boosting nature. We got Encore to lock anything that might be a sweeper into Encore. Into whatever it's trying to set up with, and then using Calm Mind to set up immediately after when we swap out, and then using either Fire Punch under Sun or Psychic if I'm outside of Sun. And then we have Sunflower with Solar Beam, Synthesis, Protect, Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice is here to check Flying type Mons, and if I happen to be swapping into, for example, ground Rock or something else, and I don't have Sun Up, I can use Hidden Power Ice to check those. And then if I have Sun Up, I can obviously use Synthesis and Solar Beam for a lot of recovery. I'm in Giga Fast under Sun. I have 318 speed, which is, I think, faster than even an Abra. Yeah, even an Abra with full investment. So I think that's overall going to be pretty good. Tentacle, obviously it's not here really for... You're not really going to be using this under Sun, right? But it's here to have Haze. Haze specifically to get rid of any kind of sweeper that I can't really deal with. Sludge Bomb, Sword Stance, Hydro Pump, Sword Stance because Sludge Bomb is physical, and Hydro Pump because I don't think I want to be running Surf or anything of the sort when I could just be running Hydro Pump instead. Obviously, it's going to be dealing about 50% less damage, I think, if I'm under Sun, but that's not really what I'm going to be trying to use for. If my opponent happens to be swapping in a Pokemon that is 4x weak to it, it's just going to kill it regardless, so I think this is fine. Then for the other team that I have, it is Snowrunt, Apom, Wartortle, Magnemite, Tropius, and Drowsy. This thing is supposed to have a lefties. We have Toxic, Spikes, Blizzard, Protect. We specifically have Blizzard because I think Ice Beam isn't going to be strong enough. And obviously Protect, Spikes, Toxic, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We're pretty slow on top of this, so we might get we might get hit with Encore, which might suck, but we'll see where that goes. We have Silk Scarf, Break, Return, Double Edge, Focus Punch, Apom with 85 with max speed investment, max attack investment. Then we have Wartortle with Rapid Spin, Hydro Pump, Blizzard, Hidden Power Grass. It has obviously Rapid Spin because I think it's the only one that I can have Rapid Spin on in this team. Spikes are really annoying. I don't really have anything to deal with Spikes in this. So then we have Thunder, Protect, Hidden Power Ice, Substitute on Magnemite. I think this is not gonna go too well for me, but it's a fairly defensive set with highly damaging moves The main idea obviously being that I don't really want to be trying to poke my opponent with the Thunderbolts, even though Thunderbolt might be more reliable. I would rather have the power of a Thunder. And then we have Tropius, with Earthquake, Giga Drain, Whirlwind, Hidden Power, Flying. Obviously, Whirlwind is here to stop sweepers, and the other 3 are simply here because they're, well, these 2 are stab moves, and Earthquake could be dealing with something like a Magnemite switch-in. Psychic, Suspitux, Thunder Punch, and Thunder Wave on Drowsy. A lot of my team is fairly slow, so I've opted into giving Thunder Wave to Drowsy, and obviously Thunder Punch, and I also have Thunder on Magnemite, even though it's a 30% chance to get the Thunder, and then hit the 70% chance to hit the Thunder, and get the 30% chance to get the Paralyze. I still think this should be enough to get some decent speed control, maybe. And if that doesn't work out, then this team was fated to lose. But yeah, that about does it. It's ZU, guys. I think I've talked about ZU before in the sense that, like, I'm not very excited to be playing ZU. But at the same time, I think it's interesting because a lot of these Pokemon you would never play, and you have to make like a lot of like compromises. Like, for example, IPOM here, it doesn't have an ability. You don't get an ability. You could make the argument, well, then you should be playing literally anything else, right? You should be playing something that has high physical attack. Like, you could be playing Meditite with pure power. But I want to play the monkey with the 1 hand. 2 hands. Sorry, 3 hands. 3 hands. It has tail and a hand. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, good luck with the games. It's like a month, you know. It's only been a month at this point.
I feel like I'm so lost. Like I was like trying to like think of stuff, and I feel like because of the like month break, I'm so lost, man.
Don't worry about it. I'm always lost, so we're on equal footing for a change.
But Malamar is a friend, and I got a Pokemon shirt on, so I'm, hoping that that's gonna give me the buff that I need.
Oh, he's cheating. He's doping.
This time I need, you usually have your coffee stuff. I need this, man. I really need this.
I understand.
But yeah, it is a Generation 3 0 used. We're closing in on the end of Gen 3. We have, what? Ubers, Lil Cup, and our very first, not VGC yet, because in Gen 3 there's no VGC yet, but our first doubles. It's pretty exciting, because I feel like, I haven't played in a little bit. Like, I haven't thought of Pokemon like that for a lot of this, but I have seen a banger Wolfie VGC video once again, like, in that time. And anyone who's ever watched a Wolf video probably knows that, that shit just inspires you to play VGC, so.
Yeah, it's good VGC propaganda, I must admit.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to get to play that, which I'm way less familiar with, because I don't know if I said that to you, like, personally or on tape before, but like the only VGC I've ever played was a little bit over like a week or two, when by the end of like Sword and Shield there was the format which allowed mythical Pokemon, and I was like, all right, it's time, and I had fun.
Oh yeah. I personally think that the format of VGC is far more interesting than the format of singles, mostly because in singles it feels like you have less moves that are like genuinely relevant, and you have more moves that are banned because they're more broken in singles. Which then like creates a kind of toxic environment for singles. Like, was it the Dolphin guy, for example? He was Giga broken, but only in singles. Like, not actually really strong in doubles or VGC.
Yep, Palafin always like, a little playing VGC. Palafin, yeah, like he always had a little bit of play in VGC, but he got shot like week 2. I mean, bro, Skull and the Violet has so many banned Mons. Like, I think like a third of the Paradox Mons are just all chopped.
Yeah, but that's specifically just for singles. And that's like, I think that really like also speaks volumes about what format they're like focusing on. Obviously, because like VGC is the premier format, so they're making Pokemon that are really strong because they work in VGC and they're not overpowered in VGC, arguably. But then, like in singles, it's like, well, this Pokemon is fucking busted. What am I gonna do to it?
Yeah, I guess that's like it's kind of funny to think about. Like the official competitive format is double battles, but when you think about it, like almost always when you play through a game, like it's just single battles, which is kind of interesting. But I like having both of the formats, and I'm happy that like already we get a bit of a taste of it here. But like and obviously starting with Gen 4, like it becomes even better. And I think the issue with Gen 4 on Showdown specifically was that unfortunately, even though like already when the first VGC stuff happened, which was Gen 4, and it was the like you pick 6 Pokemon and you then pick 4 to be in your team, and I don't know why, like maybe it's some implementation issue or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that Gen 4 VGC in Showdown specifically only allows you to have 4 Pokemon on your team. So there's you don't get to do the thing which is obviously very important, which is like, all right, I have 6 months to prepare for as many scenarios as possible, and I'm bringing the 4 that I want for that specific matchup. But unfortunately, because that was like when I was looking through all the formats, because we were like laying out what formats are we doing and stuff like that. I was looking through them, and I'm pretty sure like I saw that. Obviously, that was like at this point a couple months ago, so it could have been something that might have been fixed, but I do remember that being an issue. So if that's the case for us when we get there, then that's going to be obviously very scuffed and a lot less like interesting than what it should be, but we'll worry about that later. And then like if it is there, like it won't be the same problem for the following formats. So
yeah.
But any thoughts on this format specifically in Gen 3 ZU before we get started?
So I spent a moment earlier min-maxing a Pokemon, and then I realized, oh fuck, I accidentally forgot to change the item. And now it's not exactly min-maxed anymore, but it's like, it's got the strangest EV spread out of any Pokemon that I've ever used.
Yo, that's hype. Super specific EV spreads are hype as fuck.
I was calculating like, if I have these specific EVs, I don't get 2-shot by this thing, and I can 1-shot by... I can 1-shot this Pokemon, and under these conditions, I can 1-shot this Pokemon.
Yo, I really hope that stuff comes up. And also, like, that being here, and then what's happening after this is, like, this is gonna be top 3 Jeexx VODs of all time, I'm already saying.
I don't think it's gonna be a top 3 Jeexx VOD, mostly because of the fact that it's gonna be muted for 90% of it.
There will be no mutes on the VOD. There are no mutes on the VOD. I've decided. I told them there will be no muting of the VOD.
I wonder if I can locally record while I craft in Final Fantasy and I do the bracket.
We'll find out.
If I can, that would be cracked.
But yeah, I think, final thing that I wanted to say, since we were talking about the VGC and double stuff again, I think I mentioned it in passing before, but the way we're doing that when we get there is gonna be like, for those we're ignoring the, you need to have this amount of Pokemon from this generation, because of like, VGC is a lot, we get to play it a lot less, and like there are some like super specific formats where I think like it's cooler if we get to like showcase what's cool in that format or what's the highlight there, and not just be limited by the generational stuff. So I think since we have like a lot more, and like Pokemon are a lot more like spread out throughout the tiers in the other tiers, and we're playing so much more singles, I think it's like nicer to have that there. But then for the VGC, since it's only gonna be like a few matches per generation, I feel like I'd want there to be as few restrictions for us to play there. If someone wants to play a specific strategy, and then like it would be fine otherwise, but you just aren't meeting the quota per strategy.
Actually, interesting question about VGC. Are we going to do best of 3s for both teams?
It is a possibility, because in general, for the most part, VG games are gonna be a lot faster than our single battles.
Yeah.
So, like, I would be down for that, because that just means that we get to play more stuff. Because, like, I also think, like, it's so counterintuitive and, like, doesn't feel great to... Because, obviously, the Bring 6, Pick 4 format is, like, not only to prepare for stuff, but also, like, when you play once, it's like, all right, now you know what your opponent is, like, dealing. Obviously, VGC is usually open team sheet. I think earlier on it wasn't really, but, like, usually it's open team sheet. We won't play open team sheet, and we'll just gain the knowledge as the sets go on. But, like, I feel like also for that, it's a lot better to play best of 3, because then you can also adapt your team and maybe bring other Pokemon in the matchup. And I feel like that brings a lot more, like, layers into it, which once again, like, makes it more interesting. So I think, like, I'd like to do just like with both of the teams, we do best of 3s. And honestly, if those end up then, like, one of us wins one best of 3 and the other one wins the other best of 3, do we play the third one with the team still? I think it's fine. But we also
decide
don't
that
need
on
to.
the day.
But yeah, we can figure it out. But I think, like, per team best of 3s would be nice for that.
Yeah, I do agree.
But yeah, I think that is everything that I have to say. Apart from best of luck to you, gamer, and I will once again see you after the games.
Good luck with the games.
Good luck, good luck. I'll challenge you in just a second. Alright, I have Devon myself, and I literally don't even remember like that. So, full transparency, I made these teams, and I literally recorded the breakdown even. At this point, for me, a month and 4 days ago. So, it's been a little bit. So we will see how well this goes. If it goes horribly wrong, then, you know, that's fine. And I don't remember if there were spikes at all. I don't think there were spikes at all here, but, oh yeah, do I have a little bit of music? I do. And I also made a change where I have my calc on my other monitor now, like I have it here, because I think it's a lot cleaner to not have it on the screen. Alright. So we have a Cacnea. I think Cacnea gets spikes. So I think that's what he is gonna do immediately. I don't know what else he's working with. Oh yeah, let me once again track the teams. I forgot that I do that. Okay, let me do this, and then we get Cacnea in here, and he laid a layer of spikes. Alright, we did hit the toxic though. Now the question is, I don't have a, I'll just click return. It should do all, yeah, I was gonna say, it should do most of its life. Also, let me, I turn this off. He's dying to toxic if he doesn't switch away. The issue is, like, if I do toxic again, like, he gets a third layer of spikes, which kind of hurts me, because, like I said, like, I don't have a spinner. But, if he gets a ghost type in, that's also a little annoying. This also kills. I'll just click Hidden Power Grass just in case he wants to switch to something. Because in general, usually Jeexx likes, like, I feel like saving his Mons. Okay, he is letting go. I think that's the right play. And I'm happy that I didn't overpredict and go for toxic immediately. But yeah, I do apologize if my predictions and stuff like that is going to be bad. Because like I said, like, it's been a while, so I'm definitely going to be rusty. I guess the same goes for both of us, but we'll figure it out. But the idea with the cast form lead here is that with Hidden Power Grass and Return, you can answer most things. And if you look at, like, my stat spread, like, this thing is tanky as hell. And, like, Toxic with Leftovers means that I beat a lot of stuff 1v1. And yeah, let me pull up in my calculator cast form ready in case I need it. I was also considering Cacnea, like, as a spiker myself. But, like, it is so bad in everything else than laying out spikes that I honestly decided against it. And like in the past, like I kind of like having a interesting a cast form of your own. I'm gonna just assume he protects here. I'll just toxic. This will immediately also help to see like what his stat spread is, because as you can see, like I'm running like middling. Thunder Wave. Okay, now he's gonna be faster, but either we're speed tying or he has you know. I will click return. I don't mind the para here, because like that actually means that we can get other statuses on us, and we have heal bell on Fluffy to get rid of this if need be. But I don't mind the para. But I do know now that he's slower. There's the sunny day. Now I don't mind this because obviously I also get the forecast. So if he's like attempting to hit me with like, if he has solar beams or fire blast or anything like that, like I can tank those. I'm just gonna keep clicking return because I don't know what he could have to beat me 1v1. I think Castform is a phenomenal mon in this tier. Also because of like the weather stuff. Like obviously you could run to counter Castform. You could run a Rain Center with Thunder because obviously you force Castform into being a water type then. But I don't like. I really like him setting up the sun here. There's the weather ball. It's resisted. Still does a lot though. Oh, and that's the obviously crit mattered. He would have lived another day otherwise. So that is very big for me. Sunny day, T-wave, and weather ball. Welcome back, I guess. And lefties. Did we see Cacnea item? Also lefties. Gotcha. But yeah, that's X. Crits obviously always unfortunate. Alright. This thing is gonna hurt, but I don't have great switch-ins to this into like this is obviously great. But I'd rather wear this thing down. Super effective 43. It's not water because it would have. Oh, it's probably hidden power ground, right? I'm gonna assume it's hidden power. Actually, it could be hidden power rock. I'll just throw in the hidden power for now. The issue, Blaze is scary. I don't think Quilava gets setup moves though. I'm guaranteed not dead here, but I'd still like to stall out the sun, because this way, like, the sun goes down on the turn that I... one turn after I perish. And this one also has lefties, which I guess makes sense. We will hit it with a return. Oh, okay. I don't mind that, because now the sun goes down here, but... I think I always bring in Seeking here. But Castform, like, definitely did a lot. Let me do this. And then Quilava. I just want to see how much HP Rock does. It is a 90%. Not over 90, sorry, to kill. I'm gonna be slower than him, but like he's shown HP ground or rock or something already, so he can't have an electric move, right? If I'm wrong on that, then that's gonna suck. Hydro Pump is a guaranteed kill, but it's like 20% to miss versus this is like 6% to not kill. It's safer to go for. Don't burn me. Burn would have been devastating. Okay, that was like. Because he kills from 74.7. So it was like 94% to... Actually, I'm gonna check. Okay, yeah, never mind. There's Abra. Abra is gonna have like thunder stuff, right? But the issue is I can't let him set up on me, because, like, you know, that's way too scary. I'm not gonna... I don't think I'm ever gonna track stat spreads. That gets, like, way too sweaty, so I'm not gonna do that. HP Rock already, like, guaranteed kills it, so I'll just go for that. Oh, well... Did he think it was some other hidden power? Because that's a guaranteed Oko. Oh, okay. This thing will set up Sunny Day, like 100%. I know it's setting up Sunny Day, but I don't think it's gonna have moves to hit Tropius. Or... I think I send in my own. Encore Abra. Absorb Light. I mean, it's not gonna kill me, right? I can take it with sub though. How much does it do? I have so much time, so I'll just we're back on I mean, I kill it with Fire Blast if I hit it. I think I'm ahead because I can take it obviously with sub. Do I just take it with sub? I'm gonna Fire Blast. Okay, I was gonna say like it's 15%. Like I get chip, I don't die still. All right. Oh yeah, I think it's smart like not showing your last mon. I think we saw everything here. Yeah, I only showed him 3 mons too. All right. He's also probably gonna take some time. Yeah, we like Castform just got such insane momentum for us. Like Castform just went to town. We didn't need to use the heal bell stuff, obviously, because I do want to get rid of the para. And like we have Abras are like late game win con with like you get a Calm Mind off and then you just outspeed the entire meta game and you just go to town. But I'm gonna assume that he's gonna take a little bit of time to trick stuff, so might take a second, but I have everything that I need to have, and this is what we just played, so now we're going into this one. Snow Run. So he is running spikes. This thing obviously gets one shot immediately. I could do make like predictions here, but like it still has a like high burn chance, so I'm not gonna do that. And now we have layers. Do I switch away, and does he also switch away? Or I wonder how much does there are no snow resets, so I can't even check the... I think he switches for sure, right? But do I care though? I can get this thing in and maybe set up Calm Mind. What would he switch into? Either a water type or a... I'm gonna make a hard call here. Okay, perfect. Obviously we don't have the greatest ways of hitting this thing. But at the same time, what will it hit us with? HP Grass. Got it. Okay, yeah. That's really bad. Alright, so it has HP Grass. That's good to know. I don't think, like, you don't definitely predict here. Because they like, it has Ice Beam too, which is the scary thing. How much would Ice Beam do on Gloom? Because Ice Beam doesn't kill me from here, so... But he could obviously, like, predict. Ice Beam doesn't do that much. I'm just going here. Because Ice Beam doesn't kill that. Hydro Bomb is a good call. Because I'm pretty sure that kills me from the range. But he does have Ice Beam. I have so much recovery, though, that... I don't think War Turtle gets, like, set up moves. Romeo and Willow staring each other down. Spruce and Willow. Oh, is it different like trees? That's cool. Jeexx either has like the least interesting nicknames or like actually super cool nicknames. There's no in between. Like he either has the best nicknames ever or the absolute worst. I feel like in every single generation, like we've had a game where I'm really struggling with War Turtle. Magnemite. What is the usual Magnemite set? Substitute stuff. The Google AI told me that you can't poison a Toxic poison type in Gen 3, so I don't think this thing wins, like beats me 1v1. That's fine. All right. Does he want spikes up here? I think he does. He could also ice beam. I'm gonna take this opportunity to try the setup. Okay. Unfortunately, no way. Does he go for another layer of spikes? Do I go Sword Stance or do I go sub? What does Snorunt get? Does he get Encore is the big thing. Snorunt does not get Encore. I go sub here. I'm okay special defense, and Snorunt is so weak, so even if he attacks me, like, there's a chance that I just eat it with the sub. If I eat it with the sub, that is humongous. Oh my god. We might just win the game here. Yeah, we might have just won the game. The issue is, like, if he has another, like, fast mon, because Magnemite slightly outspeeds us if he's timid, and I think you always want timid on Magnemite, at least, like, if he has me. But this is here to outspeed, like, modest Magnemite among other things, but I'm gonna just assume it's timid. But this was an incredible turn for us. I don't hate the protect play, because obviously, like, Rock Slide just immediately explodes him, but now he's like, I would not want to be in his position, because I still have a healthy Ponyta as well. Corsola, I, like, just allowed to take a huge hit for no fucking reason, which was, like, really stupid of me. Like, I don't know why I didn't expect Hidden Power Grass. I guess I just, like... Yeah, I think this game is over. GG. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, I don't think there's anything, like, he can do to come back, because we get 3+6 there, and then Salakberry procs later, and that's just that. GG's.
No, big break kill, lose everything that I have.
Yeah.
At first I was like, oh shit, it's banded, and then kills literally everything with Rock Slide, except for War Turtle. And then I was like, well, now you sub, which means that it's probably not banded, but then USD, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
gonna kill everything.
when you protected on my sub turn, I was like, I was pretty sure that the game was just over. I was also like running Salakberry. So like, did you have stuff faster than Magnemite in the other 3 like slots?
Yes, I had IPOM.
IPOM, okay.
And Abra. Abra is the other team number. I have IPOM with Break, Return, Double Edge, Focus Punch.
Gotcha. I mean, Focus Punch would kill, Bricker would push me in Salak range and then outspeed everything, but yeah, I think it was like still GG's at that point, because I also had a like Mighty and Apom of my own, and obviously like Ponyta was max HP, and I had it was Silk Scarf Quick Attack Ponyta, so it just revenge kills anything in the tier below like 40%.
I saw the Ponyta and I was like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna have to click Protect, because you're 100% clicking Fire Blast on turn 1, because it doesn't matter what I do to it.
Yeah.
And then I determined, well, if you click Fire Blast again, if it lands, well, that's already fairly unlikely. But like the idea that that you would stay in was also like, I expected that more so than you switching out. I don't remember what you switched out into.
Oh, it was the Corsola, because I was like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, if you're switching in something, you're switching in a water or fire type most likely. And then I was like, Corsola matches into like both okay well, because like although I don't have great ways to hit water types with, like they most likely won't get hit me back too hard. And then I get hit by HP grass, and it's like, well, that's the one thing that does hit me hard back.
That's so the idea there was specifically like, okay, well, I have Hydro Pump and I have like I have a extra move slot. Blizzard kills flying types, grass types, and so on and so forth. Hydro Pump kills everything else, but HP Grass is then good into other water types. I decided I'm gonna put that. But obviously that didn't matter. So the specialized spread that I was talking about was specifically Quilava. Because at these EVs, it can one-shot Elekid in Sun with the flamethrower, and it can one-shot Magnemite with a HP ground. And I didn't consider how strong, like, because like against this team was like, well, I don't really like. I was worried about Magnemite setting up sub and shit, mostly because I didn't feel like I had good enough means of actually one-shotting it. Obviously, I can one-shot it with a flamethrower and whatnot, but you know.
Yeah.
I got completely fucking walled by Castform.
Dude, when I just looked at the Mons in the tier, I was like, alright, so like Castform, what beats Castform with lefties 1v1? And I'm like, literally nothing. And then I literally
look at this.
I literally went like, the only thing that I feel like can, which was the like what I thought was the highlight of my other team, was like the only thing that wins the beats the thing 1v1 is recover, calm mind, Corsola, and that's the only reason why I don't have any special attack investment, and I'm negative nature on special attack, but my hidden power was hidden power grass, literally only for Corsola. I'm like, I have lefties, I have Toxic, I have Protect, and that with mono normal type is already enough to literally win almost every matchup 1v1. Then I just have a return for filler, and the hidden power grass was literally there because the only thing I was scared of was Corsola. Because like I also thought that like the weather is really good, obviously once again, but Castform's forecast makes it really awkward because unless you're setting up rain dance for yourself and have thunder specifically, which obviously means you force
completely useless.
Then then everything else.
I didn't think about that.
Everything else can just beats really well.
When I set up Sun, I was like, well, this is gonna make it so that I have, for example, I go into Sunflora, and then I realized, oh, but Sunflora won't be able to do shit to you anymore because you're a fire type now. And then after I had I can go into Tentacle, and I was, oh wait, but I can't even fucking, I don't even get 50% with Hydro Pump if it lands.
Because
which is like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Castform was also, like just it beats usually whether there's one fighting type in the tier itself,
and it's dog shit.
Brother, nobody is bringing fucking Meditite in here, so it's like
I'm looking at choice band Meditite right now, and it's Brick Break 71 to 84. What the fuck do you mean you don't one shot and you get one shot?
Yeah, now I'm also assuming like that's considering like no investment Castform. I was like, you were talking about like random EV spreads. I have points in everything except special attack.
Dude.
But yeah,
disgusting.
You didn't see Fluffy or Tropius or Abra in the first team, and then my Tiana and Apom in the other one. The idea here, like, I was talking about it like earlier when like you obviously brought up two spikers. I was like, I decided to go for spikeless for both of my teams, but the one common thing about my teams was this move that at this point, like people might already know that I love it quite dearly. My Tiana was running Heal Bell and Fluffy was running Heal Bell. That was for the like earlier what I was talking about, like being the kind of highlights of my teams being Castform and Corsola, and these were like my teams were pretty similar in the way where it's like I have okay, this one Yeah, both of these, like, I have a Water Fire Grass Core. In both teams, I have a Heal Beller. In both teams, I have a, like, fast thing that can hit most things with. And then, like, Corsola and Castforms are, like, the two ones that are kind of just sitting there and beating stuff up. And for, like, specifically Castform, because Corsola gets Natural Cure, so it can get rid of status itself, but Castform doesn't. That's what I had. Fluffy's Heal Bell for, but to a lesser degree also Tropius, because Tropius has Synthesis, so it's more reliable recovery, so I don't mind it that much. But when you like paralyze my cast form, I was kind of happy, because I was like, I don't really care about the speed stat as much as like this giving me an immunity to poison. Obviously, like if I get full para twice in a row, I just perish, but still like kind of like those chances.
Bro didn't even full para once.
I did not.
Which was like, that hurts.
But yeah, and
I in my first team I didn't have anything other than the Thunderwave essentially. I had Sludge Bomb obviously, but main goal being to kind of assert some amount of speed control. And the second team I had Thunderwave on Drowsy. I have Thunder on Magnemite, and I think I had Thunder Punch as well on Drowsy, yeah. Yes. But the main idea, like, Snowrun has Toxic Spikes, Blizzard, and Protect. Yeah. Blizzard because, like, Ice Beam, worthless. Essentially, this thing doesn't deal any damage.
Yeah, that's the...
Blizzard on it.
Ultimately, why I also decided to go for Spikeless, because I think, like, both of the Spikers, they're just such terrible stats.
Yeah. Like, it's like I looked at... Dude, I pulled up the Anorith versus Snowrun. Like Anorith Choice Band versus Snowrun, and it's 200 to 700%. Like, what?
Yeah, it's bad.
What am I supposed to do in this situation?
I don't think Snowrun is even categorized ZU. I think it's literally, yeah, it's not even categorized ZU. It's literally straight up just in Little Cup, which is pretty funny.
This was like one of the worst picks I've ever made, I think. Very unfortunate.
I mean, Spikes is still nice. Like, I just ultimately deemed, because they are, like, base stat total is so bad, and because the, like, metagame, apart from, like, stuff like Castform, Tropius, and, to a lesser degree, like, War Turtle, but also, like, Crustle, like, most of the metagame is really, like, actually, like, really fast and really frail. Yeah. I figured that I don't think, like, getting at most usually one layer of spikes before exploding to literally anything breathing on me. I deemed it like not to be that worth it. Also the
so his Cacnea is also labeled as a lookout.
Oh, gotcha. I could have seen that in ZU, but I guess because like given like how extremely slow it is, like it's not very bulky. Like it doesn't explode to anything breathing on it, Abra style without being like even half as fast like Snowrun is. But you know, it's not great.
Oh, the tier only had one Pokemon with Whirlwind. Oh, actually, no, never mind. It has like 5 or 6 of them. Oh,
gotcha.
I was thinking like there would be if a theoretical team where you said Spikes turn 1, and then you do essentially what you want to do with Skarmory, where it's you Whirlwind, or you Roar, and you Toxic, and you Whirlwind, and you Roar, and you keep switching out. But the problem is, the tier doesn't have a Skarmory.
Yeah, the issue there is that when you're comparing something that can Whirlwind and do stuff, Skarmory is very bulky and has access to, a little later, its own recovery. It's like, because the issue with Whirlwinding or Roaring is you're guaranteed letting your opponent get a turn, and when you're doing that on fucking
Tropius.
Yeah, stuff like that, it's not very good.
I mean, Noctowl isn't the worst. If Noctowl had Roost, it would be kinda useful for that. You could essentially have... Yeah. Sure, it still explodes to, like, a lot of physical moves.
Yeah, and also, like...
Rock-type moves and whatnot.
A Flying type is scary here, because it's, like... Fluffy is fine, but like Magnemite and Elekid are both terrifying. So I think like that's ultimately why. I think the only flying type I was running was Tropius, because it's neutral because of the grass secondary typing to electric.
Wait, and it isn't psychic flying?
Oh, that is one of those where it's like it should be psychic flying, but yeah, it's normal flying.
What the fuck? I've always thought it was psychic flying.
That's funny.
That's a sick typing.
It is cool. I don't like. It's what Hisuian Braviary and Lugia and the Swoobat line. Are there even other psychic flyings?
I don't think so.
Think so. Yeah. Oh yeah. What were your team names based on? One of them was like tree types,
Trees.
right? Yeah.
They're both
Willow
trees,
Spruce.
yeah.
Oh,
I
both.
just
Oh,
went-
gotcha.
As in like spruce, because like Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Sonoran. It's kind of like a Christmas tree shape. And then I was like, okay, I'll just go with trees for both. And then War Turtle being Willow, and then Magnemite being a telephone foe. Was because like it's unnatural.
That's fire. That's fire. Did you
just not trees.
catch or no mine?
I paid attention to the first ones, the second ones, which was I think there was a Ninetales or Tentales. So I think they were based off of the Jinchuriki.
Yeah.
And the first one I wasn't sure because.
Well, it was the other
like,
way. The first one was that I played was the like tail piece, but yeah, like it was. I don't. How did I do that? Tentails was seeking because you know the frills kinda could be that. Tropius was called Son Goku because it has 4 of the wings, so it's like alright. Technically, it's 4. Abra just has 1 tail, so it was the 1 tail. Quilaba had the color scheme, so that's why it was Kurama. And then I don't remember what I based the other ones on, but like Caspon was the 2 tails, because actually what was it? 3? I don't remember, but it was like the boss on the front, and then but it was mostly just like Quilava being Kurama just makes sense, and then I have 2 that have varying appendages that could be thought of as tails. But
Yes.
for the other one, there was no like real theme. I don't remember who I landed on first here, but this is the worst theming, if you can even call it that, thus far. It was just like the my Tiana was called Ace H.C. Anderson, but it doesn't make sense because
Christian Anderson.
yeah. It doesn't make sense because for the rest of it, the Apon, Gloom, Corsola, and Ponyta, they're like Jack, Romeo, Juliet, and Rose respectively, which is just like the main couple from Romeo and Juliet, obviously, and the main couple from Titanic. And then Anorith is just weird font Pokemon. Yippee. This was when I was like making quite a few teams at once. I think I made all of my Gen 3 teams at once. And like this was when I just didn't have anything in the tank, so I was just like, fuck it. Rose, Juliet are cool names. Yippee. We're still yapping. Shut the fuck up, Blowtorch.
Yapping.
Sunday's the day when I do
That's
get
what
to
we're here
yap.
for.
It's when I get to yap. But yeah.
And on Mondays too, but.
No, true. But no one.
Dude, I
don't know
got
what this is.
fucking own.
But yeah, Abra was similar thing to Anorith, where it was like a substitute Calm Mind instead of substitute Source Gems. I just wanted both teams to also like have a sweeper. It was like the idea was the other 5 are gonna like cover most matchups and do a lot of chip, and then when you get a good switch in, then if you get 1 turn behind a sub on either of those mons, like they basically kill the entire metagame afterwards. So
yeah, I didn't want to put a sub on Abra because every time I put sub on Abra, I feel like I've just been fucking blown up immediately for it.
yeah,
So
it's fine. I mostly like why I felt comfortable with that is because like status spam is still like really good here, and I was running synchronized Lumberry on Abra, which basically is like switch it in or get hit with a Thunder Wave, because I think like Thunder Wave in Abra is very valuable.
Huge. It's like the fastest Pokemon of the tier, right?
Yeah. Synchronize, you bounce the Thunder Wave back, and then Lumberry, you cure your own paralysis, and now your opponent is 30% chance that they just don't move, and if you get to set up sub or Calm Mind after that, while being the fastest mon in the tier, apart from, I think, Voltorb, then
and technically Ponyta and something else was even.
oh yeah,
So
yeah,
there's
oh
three
yeah,
times
that,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
make it
Because the literal reason why I'm running Silk Scarf, Quick Attack, Ponyta is the
Is
Quick
to
Attack
kill.
just straight up outcoast Abra.
Yep. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I've gotten rolled by Abra in the past, and I'm not trying to do that again. But yeah,
Yep.
other than that,
Yep.
nothing super interesting about these teams.
It's okay. Next week, we're gonna have some bangers.
Ubers, bro. Ubers, I don't know why. I feel like Ubers is the most stressful metagame.
Dude, I'm gonna play War Buffett and you can't even fucking stop me.
Bro, Wobbuffet.
You're gonna die!
I hate Wobbuffet, man. Man.
So cringe!
Shout out to dude, I can't wait that we get to VGC and I run
I'm gonna fucking embarrass
into
myself.
Jeexx con perish.
Jeexx compare.
Oh no, Jeexx.
Oh no.
Jeexx con perish.
It's gonna be so cringe when I fucking play it.
I mean, I don't, like, honestly, I don't have an issue with that because that shit is so fucking hard to pilot. So, good luck with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like playing an actually difficult like combo slash control deck and Magic. I just suck ass. It's so fucking cringe when I try to do that.
You're trying to do perish stuff, and I have some, like, I don't know, fuck ass choice band Terrakion that's clicking rocks like 6 turns in a row. It's like the other person.
Oh, wait.
It's the like sweaty speedrunner versus stable Ronaldo singing payphone thing there when you're like actually all right. I think here if I do this then maybe we can like bait this thing out and do it. And then the other side is like clicking spread moves and just vibing.
Dude, that's me from Gen 1.
That is you in Gen 1
I click
clicking.
psychic.
I click psychic. It's
I click Psychic.
me when I click psychic.
Oh, I love Psychic.
But yeah, for Gen 3 we have Ubers, a Lil Cup, and then Doubles OU. This is gonna be the first time we run into a Lil Cup, right?
I think so. Oh, we're playing level 5.
Yeah, so Little Cup is very important.
no.
Little Cup is set on level 5, which mostly matters for, like, obviously some items. And your stat spreads, if you try to go... Oh yeah, let me pull up your stream now.
Oh yeah, I'm
Unless-
just looking at stuff that exists in here.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like,
Yeah, so it's literally...
Diglett might actually do something.
everything that's... Oh, Diglett is fucking broken. But yeah,
Dude, let's go!
but yeah, like, if you go to your EVs and, like, try to adjust EVs. Because obviously...
Oh,
since,
no, wait.
Because since, like, obviously, you know, you need some, like, nature stuff, but the thing is, because obviously, because you have so few skill points, I think there are only, like, 3 or 4 different, like, stopping points that you have for, oh yeah, it's 3, for, I think with some, like, varying natures with some, like, stat points you can get 4, but it's very not adjustable because obviously, like, when you're working with usually 10 to 20 stat points in a stat, like, the amount of EVs you need to have at that point to get even 1 stat point is a lot. So, you know,
Yep.
there's the EVs themselves are gonna look very, very weird.
This thing is the fastest. Like, the only thing that is as fast is fucking...
Yeah, look at this guy.
Pelican.
He's playing Lil Cup and he's putting a choice band Arena Trap Diglett. Wow, how original.
This was an original idea by myself. I came up with this just now, okay?
Like,
So Ancient Power, Body Slam, Earthquake.
and then a hidden power to deal with what you want to deal with. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we go to, like, early generations Lillicup and we look at usage before Gen 5 happens, I'm pretty sure, like, Diglett is just gonna be the number 1 every time. Because, like, you trap something with Choice Band, you kill literally anything that exists. Yippee.
Yeah, that sounds about right. God, this is gonna be cringe.
But yeah,
Hell yeah.
Lillicup is gonna be very, very fast because it's like everything dies.
I might actually take a win.
I'm excited. But yeah,
Let me say possibility.
I have like seen stuff about Lillicup, which is ultimately like the stuff that I've seen is the reason why I thought that we should play it, because it's so different as a metagame to literally everything else that I think it's like interesting enough to play once per generation. But I have never played it myself.
Look at the attack on this thing. Dude. 105 attack? This thing's gonna kill!
Yeah, I'm telling you, look at literally everything else about the stats, and it's like, okay, so you die to everything and you outspeed nothing.
Don't worry about that part. That's whatever. You just SD and then you click.
I mean, yeah. If you get an SD off on Krabby, yes, you will one shot every one click of Crab Hammer will be enough to kill 4 Pokemon in the tier with the one Crab Hammer. But you know,
there's no quick attack, I guess. Okay, never mind. Never mind then.
If Krabby had priority, it would be an actually good Pokemon.
That's what I was thinking.
We don't do that here.
Like, this thing would actually just one shot. I mean, just half the tier.
It might get Ice Shard, you know.
Does it have Ice Shard?
I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think I've ever used. Okay. I don't actually. Wait, is Ice Shard even a move in Gen 3? I don't think it's a move. I think it's a 4. Yeah, I was gonna say like I think it comes out in 4, because like with like shit like Weavile and Snover and stuff like that. I've at least like if you're asking me, like I would associate it with Generation 4.
It do be.
Gotcha.
Does it learn it? Oh shit! Snorunt learns it. Holy! Is Snorunt broken? Question?
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be the best Pokemon of all time.
Donphan broken? UU, by the way? Question? Wait, Cloyster's in UU in Gen 4. What the fuck?
Yep.
That's a big drop. From
OU
to UU?
Don't worry, when we get to like shit like Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, the stuff that's been OU and UU is gonna be in PU. It's bad. The power creep isn't as crazy like early on, but like I feel like Gen 5 introduced the first stuff where it's like, oh, we just have some Pokemon that say fuck you, okay, and then Sword and Shield they crank that up to 11, and then like Scarlet and Violet they're just like, you know what, fuck the limitations. Every Pokemon is a legendary now, basically, like power wise.
It's Honchkrow. I think it's really, dude. Murkrow is so fucking cool. The fact that Honchkrow is a worse Pokemon than Eviolite Murkrow, because Prankster is so good, it's so nice.
You lose Prankster and you lose... Bro, I hate when Pokemon lose speed when they evolve. Mega Garchomp is worse than Garchomp. It's just straight up worse than Garchomp.
Absolute cinema.
But I like Honchkrow because visually it's very cool, and like thematically it's very cool, but it just ass. It is dog shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think I think once we get to Scarlet and Violet, like in 2 years, it'll be really interesting seeing how this actually go, because I've obviously never played Pokemon like between Gen 5 to, are we on 9 or 8 now? We're on 9, so I haven't played 5 to 8 at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't ever booted up a single one of those games. And looking at like all the stuff that essentially comes out and is relevant for competitive, like fucking, I played Gen 4, but I've never used like, is it Gliscor, like this thing, and I've seen it everywhere, and I keep hearing how fucking broken this guy is. And I'm just like, I don't get it. It's just a ground flying type. What do you mean? And
yeah,
I'm really keen on seeing why this thing is so strong.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's because it doesn't have a weakness.
It's a bulky thing with an immunity that can't be status and has 2 different sources of healing and can also set up, and it gets some of the best coverage moves of all time, and also it can abuse acrobatics with fling, and Gliscor is pretty. It's pretty good. It's
cool.
okay.
And it's got rocks too.
Yep.
It's got rocks.
It can do a lot. But like
this thing, like this is so versatile, right?
Yeah, like, because the thing is,
Just
like,
that.
last card, you can make it a physical wall, you can make it a special wall, you can make it a sweeper, you can be, like, it can do pretty much anything. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Like
for me,
Pokemon
like,
that are capable of being like multiple different modes, I think that's really cool. Like Caesar has that too to some degree.
yeah.
Where you can have Caesar be either like not exactly a wall, but either a pure physical attacker, like a sweeper, or a setup Pokemon that has Baton Pass. Except now that Baton Pass is banned in every generation from here on out.
I mean, one of the teams that I played quite extensively, like in the generation where I played the most competitive, like actually grinded competitive, Gen 7, like the Caesar set that I used the most was max HP, max defense, SD Caesar.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah,
you have a lot of punching power anyway. When you get one SD off, you don't need speed investment because of bullet punch. So it's just make it a wall that can switch into basically any non-fire physical attacker, and then you just get a SD off for free.
Dude, Bullet Punch U-turn knockoff defog with heavy duty boots. That's
Works.
actually kind of nasty. That's kind of cool.
Oh,
Like-
good old heavy duty boots.
Dude, I'm really excited once we start getting more items. Because it's like right now, it doesn't feel much different from Gen 2. I'm putting leftovers. All of my Pokemon had leftovers.
I mean,
pretty much.
It is
Fucking-
We are playing Gen 2, but you have also access to Choice Band and Slackberry. That is literally it.
Slackberry, like that's yeah. But I think the problem with Choice Band is that a lot of the Pokemon in this generation that could be using Choice Band are also pretty slow. And they don't have priority moves. So, for example, I can't be like, I'm gonna play Caesar with Technician and Choice Band and Bullet Punch, and I'm just gonna go ba 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 ba. Doesn't work. It's not a thing yet. Next gen though,
We get the greatest competitive item ever introduced in Pokemon.
Choice Band.
I love Life Orb.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Dude.
Life Orb and Assault Vest are like my favorite items ever. We're in
I
Gen
think, like,
3,
those are-
Cloudy.
Those items are interesting in my mind mostly because the fact that they change your Pokemon like inherently rather
Yep.
than being like, okay, there's a drawback to this, like a legitimate drawback where now you need to actually like play around your own item. Life Orb and Assault Vest simply change your Pokemon, and they have a drawback. Like, well, Assault Vest doesn't have a drawback; it's just more defense. But like,
I mean,
Life
I
Orb
would
obviously-
argue that not being able to use anything but damaging moves is kind of a drawback.
Oh, it does have a drawback. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. But yeah, like, I think those are cool. I think those are legitimately cool because they force you to build your Pokemon somewhat differently than just I'm gonna give this Pokemon for attacking moves and simply go fish. Well, Assault Vest obviously, as you said, forces you to play attacking moves, but like Fake Out and whatnot are options that you can use, which is really good because like at the moment, Fake Out is already in the game, but Fake Out isn't that good, especially like us.
In singles, it's useless. It is literally unless you are running a pure normal type that likes the chip, so it can revenge kill efficiently with that, and you don't have access to quick attack, which I don't even know if there's a Pokemon that exists that doesn't get a quick attack but gets Fake Out that would want to use that stuff. Then yeah, it doesn't make much sense to use Fake Out in singles.
Wait, Kangaskhan isn't in Gen 9? What the fuck?
Pro?
That can't be right.
I mean,
Is it in,
unfortunately, not every Mon is in every generation studying Sword and Shield.
yeah, I just think that's weird because it's like this is a Pokemon that like has a Mega and everything. I would assume that it's coming back next game.
I mean, in Legends, I would assume everyone who has a Mega comes back, because, you know, it would be weird to have, once again, a Mega Evolution generation without some Megas. But at the same time, it is Mega Kangaskhan, so I wouldn't blame them if they're like, we are not dealing with that shit again.
So Kangaskhan can't learn both. You can only learn quick Fake Out, but can't learn Quick Attack.
Yeah.
That's why I was checking. Because I was curious.
Yeah, some stuff exists like that, but like most of those, because I mean, it makes sense. If you think of quick attack, it would be kind of weird for a very slow Mon to learn it. That's why Trapinch is very interesting, because it's one of the few exceptions where it's like it's one of the single slowest Pokemon in the entire game, and it gets quick attack, which is kind of funny. Yeah, it does get Sucker Punch. Like Kangaskhan is very like made that way. Obviously, Sucker Punch is really good.
Yes. Also, we already mentioned the Mega, right?
Yep.
Cracked.
Yeah.
Giga
The best Mega probably ever. It's either that or Gengar. I mean Mega Ray, obviously, because it doesn't need the
So
item.
you just have an item, yeah.
Yeah. Mega Evolution deck in Wheel Choice Band is like certainly a choice. There's a reason why it has its own tier, which I thought was created for it, but apparently it was actually first started in Generation 4. Did you know that?
4?
The first ever Pokemon
Arceus?
to create Anything Goes is the god of all Pokemon. Gen 4 Arceus is the reason why the Anything Goes here.
Actually, it's Arceus.
I know. I think it's some people say it's like it's Rayquaza, also it's Rayquaza, and the Pokemon Company actually addressed this in the like World's Tournament where it was like commonly mispronounced Pokemon. It's Rayquaza. But yeah.
This shit's a mess. Just give us like an official pronunciation guide.
Arceus just sounds so much cooler than Arceus to me.
Yeah.
Probably because Arceus just sounds it's Arceus from the US, and neither of those things are cool.
Oh, Arceus from the US is like infinitely worse than Arceus from the Germany. Anyhow,
we are getting so off the rails, and let's just say, Jeexx chat room, there's a lot to get through today, so
point is that in Legends Arceus, you do not have an arse phone. Thank you, Cloudy.
Thank you, Cloudy. And on that note, thank you for watching this episode of the Pokemon product series. We'll see you next time for Generation 3. That's awesome. Yeah. Generation 3 Ubers. That is surprisingly a mouthful. But we'll see you then. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Stupid tongue with life.
My stupid tongue with life.